let's queer up out South Florida, recognizing the people who make our LGBTQ plus community amazing. Some work in the shadows, others in the spotlight. They all make your life better. In this week's Out South Florida, online now and on stands tomorrow, we are excited to announce our Out and Proud 50, a collection of people who deserve a thank you and much more. Many of those people are part of the Happening Out Queer News Tonight family. Jeff Oliverio successfully led the charge to make Hollywood a more inclusive place. Francesca D'Amore, a fierce trans activist who works with many organizations, including Hollywood Pride with Jeff and Safe Schools South Florida. Orlando Gonzales works with SAVE. And then there's the profile I was honored to write for FayWhat. Quote, "She is here to be seen and heard. An outspoken advocate for the LGBTQ plus community, she is constantly moving up and down I-95 in South Florida to represent and rile up. She hosts the first and only lesbian morning talk show in the world. She is a person of deep faith and a leader at Unity on the Bay in Miami. Faye also specializes in overcoming adversity. She fought breast cancer 2 years ago and continues to win that battle. Faye has also been more than 8 years in recovery for alcoholism, regularly attending meetings and giving support to others. And most importantly, she's an amazing friend. Of course, I'm talking about Faye over here to my left. You can read more about her and the others working to make our community strong in this week's Out South Florida. And you're the only person at the table representing this, so I'm going to thank you on behalf of all 50. You all work to make us better. You have certainly made me a better person in the 2 years that I've known you. And I appreciate all the people and the work that they do and learn about them. You may recognize someone and go, oh my gosh, I see him or her out. I didn't know what they were doing. You're going to learn a lot. And they're all just like 200-word blurbs. You're not going to have to spend a lot of your time reading about it, but it's a really good read. And it's good to learn about these people.
Well, it means everything to me that you were the one who wrote my write-up, and that just means everything to me. But then to share this with these incredible people, I mean, what Jeff and Francesca and Orlando do, those kids are just incredible, fierce fighters. Like, they eat, shit, and live this community. You know, this is what they do. So to be
in that order?
In whatever order they desire to do that day. Ask Orlando, all right? And I'm saying, so to be with them is just an incredible honor. I mean, I really don't believe I belong with them, but I'll take the award. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm also very glad that Orlando is there. Orlando has been great at SAVE, and as we all know, he's leaving SAVE at the end of the year. So it's a good, recognition right now.
Yeah, and Francesca, since she got on the scene, she's been taking over, kicking ass and taking names. If it's LGBTQ plus youth, she's there. If it's My Hollywood Pride, she's there. She's just everywhere. And now she's come out, her alter ego, Miss Finesse, is also, going to Pride celebrations and being a drag queen. Like, hey, I am protesting everything right now. I love her and her whole entire team.
And one other thing that I would say, I was pausing for you. One other thing that I would say that is super valuable, the mention about Francesca, Orlando being Latino, Faye being a woman, Francesca being trans. We've said 10,000 times since Queer News Tonight has started that representation matters. A 50 list, like Out Magazine's 100 nationally, Out South Florida's list for 50. It's a great transition from its previous version, by the way. It's important for all of us because you want to have these kind of representations in our community because you don't know what women are going to read this, lesbian and queer women. You don't know what trans people are going to read this. You don't know what people of color, Latino, Black, etc. And the representation of being an Out 50 representative in South Florida becomes inspirational and motivational for people that are not there yet. They're either not comfortable, they haven't been able to step into the light yet to lead, but they're beginning to gnash their teeth on it. And a list like this and the representation of this helps encourage all of the kind of voices and leaders that we need for the future. And that's the number one thing about this. We want women and trans and Latinos and Black and to represent community. And that's what this list from out South Florida represents.
Absolutely.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show from Happening Out Television Network. In the model of PBS and NPR, we educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the stories going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.